I understand you're the head of cybersecurity at the Chelsea Football Club and head of digital at the Institute of Directors.
Yes, thank you.
I have so many questions for you, of course. But the first one I think I would start with that. Could you describe the unique cybersecurity challenges faced by a high-profile sports club?
That's a really interesting question. Thank you for it. Just to give you a bit of context, I've been working with Chelsea Football Club for the last 4 years, during which I managed cybersecurity and briefly took over the head of IoT and technology for Chelsea Football Club. What I can tell you is that my appointment was the first appointment in the club in the history of the club with regards to cybersecurity. Essentially, I've created the function from scratch. Well, it's very important to understand the data that you have. A lot of organizations start building their cybersecurity programs without really understanding what they need to protect first. I think a challenge that a lot of football clubs have been having in the past is the fact that they kind of develop digitally by having a siloed approach to technology. So you have different parts of the organization managing data and technology separately. That created issues like lack of visibility, shadow IT, and that's why it's so important to do that initial discovery to understand what you actually need to protect. So it's really important to have a very holistic program in place. It's really important to have a really good governance program in place. I think what the previous panelists were saying, without executive support and oversight, you really can't do much. So it's not about the technologies, it's not about processes either, it's about having that oversight and everything else will flow through that.
I would just like to conclude by saying that I encourage each of you to stay curious and informed about cybersecurity in our interconnected world. Understanding and advocating for robust cybersecurity measures is more important than ever. So glad to have Victor from Chelsea Football Club, head of security here, head of cybersecurity.